The song we're going to do right now was released on Christmas Day of 1967 originally. It's written by Boudleaux and Felice Bryan about a beautiful spot just out of Gatlinburg, Tennessee. And on February the 15th, 1982, this song was voted by the General Assembly of Tennessee as one of their official state songs. And we were very fortunate to be the first group to have the first record on this. And since then, it's been recorded over 100 times. And we look back on dear old Rocky Top.
Big week, it's Tennessee week, but I guess that's not true anymore like it was when I was in school. To whatever extent the hammer and the nail have a rivalry, it's a rivalry. That's what it's become. If you're on the Tennessee side, you'd say that's a shame. If you're on the Alabama side, whatever. You're not you're not losing any sleep over punishing Tennessee every year. I mean, they're not playing anywhere close to their talent level. And you could say that, okay, they don't have a quarterback, but there's a lot more to it than that. And I think that's where you just start to wonder, okay, is Butch Jones the guy to take them to the next level? And, you know, look, for all that's changed in college football, and as much as you might say, okay, it's more difficult than it was in the 90s for Tennessee to be a national power, that doesn't change the fact that the SEC East has been down for several years, and Tennessee had a chance to take advantage of that, regain some footing, and they failed to do it.
Can you share your side of the story about the deer rifle and Smokey walking through the corner of the end zone? I mean, I want to hear your side of the story here.
Well, listen, I had so much fun on the sidelines, particularly in the 70s with Coach Bryan, and that was just a thrill of a lifetime, being able to work on the radio and being with him, and we were up there in Knoxville, and old Smokey, had that bloodhound or whatever that hound is that they carry around, and I was down on the far end of the field, and I don't know whether it was John Forney, Doug Layton, somebody said something about that. I see them bringing out old Smokey down there, and I said, yeah, and I don't know what Doug may have said this, but somebody said it. And I said, yeah, if I had my 30-06, I could drop him from here or something like that.
Don't you feel sorry for him a little bit?
No, absolutely not. I feel as much sorry for them as they did for us when they turned into a bunch of lying and snitching and secret witness loving bunch of hillbillies that up in the side of the only way they could ever, sustain winning against Alabama was to turn us in for a bunch of crap and cry to the SEC commissioner at that time, who had graduated from Tennessee, and that was the only way they could do that. And then just enjoyed every second of it while we were down, just trying to keep our program together, much less field a football team. And so, no, I hope we win the next 50, and I hope we win them all by 50. So I don't feel sorry for them at all. I can remember them being in the locker room after they beat us, and they would play the song Sweet Home Alabama, but they would sing We Own Alabama, smoking them cigars, strutting around, and, I would think, it's just too bad you had to turn us in and do everything you could, cheat like you did, everything with, T. Martin and Linda Benzel Myers and all that stuff, just to try to get on a level playing ground with us. I don't know, just everything they've done, it's just, I don't guess I'll ever feel sorry for them.
Rocky Top, you'll never mean one darn thing to me.
My police chief up here where I live, he's a big UT fan, so I had to aggravate him.
What'd you tell him?
I just told him these teams suck and they're going to get beat severely. And I said, what can you do about it? And you know what he said?
Well, the talk up there, and I don't have to tell you this because you live in that state, Tennessee fans have already conceded winning this game. They don't believe that they can win this game. You know what the talk is at Knoxville? It's whether they can score or not against Alabama.
But I told him, I said, y'all won't even score on us.
Well, I mean, you heard Coach Stallings say it a couple of minutes ago. He said, I never thought I'd live the day to see Alabama's a 35.5-point favorite against the Volunteers.
Yeah. I'm sorry, Ryan, but I can't help but aggravate. They're down, real down, but, they're the pew, so you got to do it.
Rocky Top, you'll never mean one darn thing to me.
Oh, I tell you, I'm a Bama fan, and I have lived here for 65 years, and I've had to deal with these Tennessee fans. And let me tell you, this is the most important game of the year for me. I go back to the 1990 game.
Okay, sure.
Gene Stallings' first year. We started off 0-3, as you remember that year. We lost 3 close games. We could have won them, but we went into Knoxville, and we were 2-3, and Tennessee was in the top 5 in the country. They were, I think, a 17-point favorite to beat us. And all week long, all I heard up here was this song they played Digging Up Bear, and they were going to beat us, and they thought that we had dug up a Bear Bryant lookalike in Gene Stallings. Well, we went up there, and it was a defensive struggle. Went into the fourth quarter, and the score was tied 6-6. Late in the game, it looked bad for Bama. Tennessee had the ball. They were setting up for a field goal with about 2 minutes left to go in the game. We blocked it. We knocked it down the other end of the field, and Philip Doyle came into the game to kick a game-winning 47-yard field goal with no time left on the clock, and we beat Tennessee, and they were just, it was dead silent in that stadium. I was in that end zone where the field goal was kicked, and I got to tell you, that is my favorite Alabama victory over Tennessee. You know, all week long, all I heard was that, we had hired this loser in Gene Stallings. Well, guess what? Gene won a national championship in 2 years, and Tennessee ain't won but one since 1951. So, Tennessee, you can just take a back seat to Alabama, and these people are the most delusional people you have ever encountered in your life. Just try living with them. Well, right now, a lot of them are rooting for Alabama because they want Alabama to blow them out, so they'll go on and fire Butch Jones. They want to get rid of him. They want to fire him right now, and right now they think they're going to get Bob Stoops. They think they're going to get John Gruden, or they think they're going to get, and this one is, Chip Kelly is not going to Knoxville. And of course, my favorite is they want Peyton Manning to come back and coach the University of Tennessee.
You got to be kidding. Oh, Lord, that bunch. Rocky Top, you'll never mean one darn thing to me.
It's the ugly orange weekend. Finally, I get to hate somebody a little bit. I don't like them guys, Ryan, for some reason. I know they ain't did nothing recently to give me a reason not to like them. I just don't like them just because they Tennessee, Ryan. I mean, and the worst part about it is, and this is the worst part, when I go to all the home games. I hadn't missed a home game since 2010. So I stand right there on the fence in the corner, right there in front of the band. So I'm gonna have to hear that old stinking old Rocky Top at least one time when they come out the locker room. I mean, because they're not gonna score any touchdowns to crank up Rocky Top. So maybe I can only hear Rocky Top one time when they come out the locker room. But I can't stand that god awful song. I mean,
the song doesn't bother me, but it is a little catchy song. You know what I mean? Like it's catchy, you know? It's but I have my version of Rocky Top. Do you want me to sing it?
If you would.
You ready?
I'm definitely am.
Rocky Top, you'll never mean one darn thing to me. Never mind.
American Idol. You was a little flat on that last note.
Hey, listen. I've never claimed to be a singer, and I'm not today.
Oh man, you got to come out with confidence. You didn't have confidence.
All right, so you help me out, man. I mean, you help me out.
I'm gonna be the Simon Cowell of this now. I'm gonna be critical now if it ain't right now.
Okay, all right. So are you and I gonna do it together?
I'm gonna try.
I was on old Rocky Top down in the Tennessee hills.
Rocky Top.
Bog on Rocky Top ain't no Tennessee bill.
Rocky Top.
The girl on Rocky Top.
Rocky Top. This is a remix. Come on.
Stop, you'll never mean one darn thing to me.
Rocky Top Tennessee.
Oh.
But Ryan, I want to tell you, I just found you on the internet a week ago, and thank
awesome.
God I can listen to good, intelligent football talk.
One last thing, Butch, you go ahead and put your play card, put your headset, and go ahead and jump in that trash can too. Roll Tide.